Dion was at Gallagher last night. We're going back there on Friday. St. John's Central Catholic, 7 o'clock on the BCSN Plus app. Both of these teams we think are among the most talented in the area for Northwest Ohio, potentially in the state if they can get everything right going their way. Dion, we talked about it before the podcast. This Central Catholic team has found their groove, and there's so many different guys that are contributing, right? We know what Isaiah McRussell is. We know what Manny Johnson is, but there's other guys that you've seen step up in those steads.
Yeah, like I said, last night I got a chance to really see the real eye test, looking at them on the court. These guys are big and athletic, but you got Wardrop, who's an outstanding player. Carruthers, long. I mean, he did a great job last night against Horton, Hornbeak, and then you got Kennard. This is the first time I watched him up close. Kid's a sophomore, correct? I mean, great body, great control, can get to the basket, and he drives really hard. And the thing I like about Central, they get up on you defensively. They've already beat St. John's once, right? So, in my opinion, I think Central has the clear advantage on Cherry Street this week.
Central Catholic won that first game, which was the league game. So 65-57 was the final score. Talking to Coach Floyd, he says, hey, he knows darn well that St. John's isn't going to be happy about that, so they're going to be turning for some vengeance here. And kind of a bigger picture approach, guys. I was thinking over the course of time, you've got both of these guys who played at St. John's for Coach Ed Heinschel, Mike Schoen, Mike Floyd. Not only did they go back to St. John's, similar age guys, they go back to St. Joan of Arc in elementary school. So with these guys, everything matters. They want to beat each other. Just like if I was coaching against you, I want to beat you, you'd want to beat me kind of thing. So that's what makes this sport great. And I love the fact that there's so many talented athletes up and down the roster. This is not just two horses and two horses.
Borderline all-star game.
Jaden Jones, Jalen Teemer, 𝗦𝗫će 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝗹𝘆, 𝗦𝗫će Ethan James for St. John's side. Then you got Manny Johnson, Dre Wardrop, Kalen Carruthers, Kalen Hornbeak, Isaiah McRussell. I mean, you got some top-tier college-level talent in some cases on both of these teams. One thing I'll talk about for this game, St. John's had a full week off. They did not play a Tuesday game, midweek game. So they will be off since last Friday. They didn't even play a Saturday game. And then the points per game, somewhat even in the 60s. Central's averaging 69 points per game, kind of inflated by a 90-point performance earlier in the year. St. John's in 61 points. But Coach Floyd would want to speed that up. That kind of is indicative. They want to get those easy transition buckets. So they would rather speed up the game a little bit. St. John's would like to keep the tempo a little compressed, if you will. But Schoen told me that they got to be more physical, play transition defense, be strong with the ball, patient on offense, and then play with the sense of urgency. And then Floyd told me speed up St. John's and then kind of play bigger than what they actually are, which means boxing out appropriately, hands up on defense, limiting the easy shots and easy buckets for the Titans.
Yeah, the size inside for St. John's, whether it's 𝗲𝗏𝗵𝘁𝗆 inside or you've got, obviously, 𝗦𝗫će 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝗆 had 29 points last Friday. That's a matchup I'm looking at. Caden Carruthers and 𝗦𝗫će 𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝗆 matching up inside, a couple of big guys in the area.
That was one of the things Central did a great job of. They took advantage of matchups because St. Francis switched a couple of times, and they had Carruthers. Heck was on Carruthers, and they found it right away. And so, they're a team too. They're disciplined. I'm used to when you watch it on TV, it just doesn't do any justice. But those guys were patient. They cut. They don't take a lot of bad shots. So this is going to be a tough game for St. John's.
Central Catholic last year, I mean, they had Isaiah McRussell was a freshman playing varsity. I don't care how awesome you are. I know he's the #1 rated sophomore in the entire
skill level
state.
Jump
from 8th grade.
To come in and play against, I mean, man, you could be, depending on your age, you could be a 14-year-old during basketball season playing against an 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's a difference.
I know you got, he's taller, he's thinner, he still has more room to grow. But nearly everybody on Central Catholic's roster last year, Coach Floyd told me, hey, we're going to take our lumps. We're in this new league, the Central Catholic High School League, or the Central High School League, Catholic High School League, sorry. And then being able to get that experience. And I tell you what, it's paying off. You got to swallow it hard if you're a coach saying, dang, man, you want to win every single game. But you just knew that you weren't based on the talent that you had on the team at that time, but you knew that those were some potential budding stars, and they're reaping some of that lumps from last year and playing well now.
If you can't tell, we are plenty excited for the game of the week, Friday, 7 p.m. on the BCSN Plus app. Check out these guys on Game Day Nation.